and today we're going to talk about something that I'm guessing probably the majority of you are not doing, and you absolutely should start freaking doing, and that is something you're probably doing in your business that you need to start doing in your personal life. We're going to dive into that. What's up, freaks? Welcome to another episode of the Steve Eckert Show podcast. And today we're going to talk about something that I'm guessing probably the majority of you are not doing, and you absolutely should start freaking doing. And that is something you're probably doing in your business that you need to start doing in your personal life. We're going to dive into that in a second. I'll let you know what that is here in a moment, here on the Steve Eckert Show podcast, which is a show on how to flip the switch and have a no excuses, badass mindset, guiding you to adapt, overcome, and destroy the freaking obstacles in your family, your fitness, and your business so you could start living life on your own freaking terms, get your shit together, stop being a little bitch, and start creating your ultimate personal freak freedom lifestyle, as we call it. One way that we have here in the Freak family have one thing we've implemented into our life, into our daily schedule, our daily routine, our rhythms throughout the week and life is family meetings. Now, I'm sure you have business meetings, you have office meetings, and you do all this other stuff in your business and at work. But listen, if it's working and it's worth having time to have meetings, and some companies have meetings out the ass and excessive meetings and too many meetings, or the worst thing you could possibly do is waste time in a meeting and not make it effective. But if it is working, you're having effective meetings at work, why are you not doing the same thing in your personal life with your family? It's a game changer with your family. It gets you locked down. It gets you all on the same page. It helps you connect with each other. So we're going to dive into this. And here's the fucked up part. Like I said, you'll do this on the work side. You'll have your sales meetings. You'll have your team meetings. You'll have meetings with a prospect. You'll have sales training meetings with your sales team. You'll do role playing. You'll even have more meetings with your fucking fantasy football league to do your draft and to follow the statistics on your team and the quarterback and this and that and all these players. You know more about the numbers and the scores and the skills and the expertise and the lifestyle and what they had for fucking lunch of the players on your fantasy football team more than you know about your own fucking kids and your family. And that's fucked up. That's not what a father would do. That's not what a freak father would do. That's not a way that a freak father would operate. And we dive into this kind of shit in the Freak Father Alliance, the men's mentorship group coaching program. And it's time to start having these family meetings. You'll even have meetings at work with your worst employee, the employee that's not bringing you any value to the company or any profits or any real money. The shitbag employee. We're talking about the motherfucker that's not only not bringing you in money, but the one that's losing you money. And you'll have to have whatever, a disciplinary meeting. And you'll put it on the calendar. You'll put it on the schedule. And you'll have then a meeting with your partner or that person's supervisor. You'll have a meeting with them to prepare for this meeting and then you'll do the research. You'll do your due diligence. You'll have all the statistics and studies and metrics of where they screwed up, where they've been late, where their numbers didn't hit, how their sales numbers are, what their percentages are, how many phone calls they made, whatever it is. You'll have all that preparation done, and you'll have that meeting. You'll have the preparation meetings. You'll put in all the time and effort for a shitbag employee, and that motherfucker is getting more time on your calendar and your schedule than your freaking family when it comes time to meetings and family time. Now, when we're meetings, we're not just saying like professional meetings. I'm going to break down different types of meetings that we have in the Freak family and that I have all my coaching clients set up with their families and the important people to them in their life. There are different variations of meetings and there are different dynamics to each meeting. Like we have a Sunday family meeting. That's the main one. That's the one I'm going to break down, and we're going to go through the kind of framework, the formula that works for that meeting, and then you pick and choose and figure out what works for you and your family. And it's a very similar framework for the different types of meetings. But first, the different variations of meetings we have every variation you could think of with every combination within the family. So there's 4 of us here. There's me, my wife, the Russian, then there's Tyson, my son, and Midge, my daughter. So 4 of us. Now, we'll have meetings where all 4 of us are in a meeting together. That's every Sunday, our main family meeting that we have, where it's scheduling out the week. And that's when I'm going to break down how that looks for you here in a second. So that's what this show is about. Listen, this show actually helps you implement shit. It's not just a bunch of rah-rah motivational shit. It's stuff you can actually go and take action on starting today. And I demand you start taking action on this and have these type of meetings. I'm giving you the framework. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So the only reason to not do it from this point is your own fucking excuses. So we have that meeting where it's all 4 of us. Call it an all-hands meeting. That's a weekly meeting. Then every week on the calendar, scheduled, same day, same time of week, like I know on Wednesday, I have a meeting with just me and just both of the kids. So the Russian is not involved in that meeting. So it's a different dynamic when we're all 4 together and then when it's just me and the 2 kids. Then I have time on the calendar where it's just me and my son. Then other times where it's just me and my daughter. Then, of course, other times when it's all 4 of us together. And these are just meetings where we're working on things they need help with, just connecting, getting to know each other better, their homeschooling stuff or ways they could help me in the business, things they're working on, projects, things, lessons that I want to teach them and learn them that only I can specifically teach them according to my areas, zones of genius and areas of expertise, things they want to learn from me, things they want to know about me. Sometimes it's just conversations. We have fun. We talk shit, whatever it is. Sometimes it might be specific business lessons or math lessons or whatever it is that I can personally help them grow and develop and be better fucking humans with. These are different types of meetings. And so think about that. There's all 4 of us, me and my son, me and my daughter, and then I'm also me and just the Russian without the kids. Those are all very different dynamics. And then my wife will have the same type of meeting. She'll have meeting one-on-one with my son on the calendar, meeting one-on-one with my daughter on the calendar, meeting with just both of them on the calendar, meeting with just me on the calendar, and then all 4 of us. So think of that. That's all 4 of us, me and like, let's say you and your spouse, then just you and your son, you and your daughter, you and just both kids, then your wife and your son, your wife and your daughter, your wife and both kids. That's 8 different dynamics, 8 different types of meetings that get done and put on the calendar, specific days and times. So we know the rhythms of the family. And a couple weeks ago, we had an episode on creating the rituals and routines and rhythms. We briefly talked about the meetings, but not in the detail that we're talking about here today. But this is a game changer in your family. This is how you take your family to the next level. Everyone always wants to take their business to the next level while their family just gets dragged along at a mediocre level, and there's no real growth and development and fulfillment on that end of things. It's time to change that, motherfucker. It's time to start taking things that work in one area of life and start implementing them in another area of life. And there's definitely some things in your personal life that you could probably start implementing in your professional life. And other meetings would be family time. Like we have family time on the calendar, on the schedule. They're not necessarily professional meetings. Like let's say all those dynamics we have in a professional setting, but also we have them in a personal setting where we have family time. Just coming home, we just talked about the Disneyland dad a couple of episodes ago where the dad just goes to work, goes to the bar and comes home and sits on the fucking couch and says that that's family time because he got home from work at 7:00 and he's home sitting in the same building as the kids. That's not family time. Family time is intentional activities. Like you know what's happening, what day, what time, who's involved, specific intentional activities. Like we have family time. One night a week is going for a family walk. Another day is being outdoors. And we have playing with the dog time. That happens every day. And this goes back to the rituals we talked about a couple weeks ago. But also family time could be we have a night for board games, a night for video games, a night that we're watching movies or Netflix or whatever. Intentional activities specific with the family. So now you add in those family time every night. That's in addition to all those types of meetings we talked about. We're talking about several hours per week, intentional connecting and bonding and networking with your own family, getting to know each other better in different dynamics on a whole different level. This is what it's all about. And then on top of that, me and the Russian also have a professional meeting every week. Yeah, we have a date night, but also every Tuesday morning, 9 a.m., one-on-one here in my office. That was actually just today. And we meet. Today we were going over different funnels and different lead magnets and work stuff and business stuff and different workshops we have coming up and different events we have coming up and working on the details of those, working on them together and figuring shit out. That's a professional meeting that's on the schedule, but it's family related. It's in the house and it's in my office. So it's in a professional setting. And that's the way you need to start implementing this shit in your personal life. And each day we have a meeting technically online with a debrief, same debrief, and it's a daily self-reflection drill and journaling drill that I have all my one-on-one clients do and all of my group coaching clients in the Freak Father Alliance men's mentorship group coaching program. I have them every day fill out a daily debrief. It's like a personal reflection journaling drill that they send in so they can get outside eyes on it and be held accountable for it every single day. The family does the same thing. The kids do that same thing every single day. But the main meeting that's worth like diving into and breaking down about how we work it, how we do it, is the weekly family meeting. And that goes every Sunday. It's about an hour long. It's, let's say, about the first 30 minutes is kind of reviewing, reflecting, and revisiting the previous week, the lessons learned, the struggles we had, and helping each other out. How can we help each other? And that sets the tone with that data and information to then preview, plan, and prepare for the upcoming week, where we're diving in to what are our priorities of the week? What are our main goals for this upcoming week? Who needs what help? Who's working out what day with who? What do our meetings look like with each other? Is there any events? Is there any travel going on that we need to readjust our schedule and meetings and the workout calendar? And this all gets done on the weekly family meeting. So it starts off, we go around the table where each of us, and we have a specific location for it that we know that it's family meeting time. We first, like any other coaching session we do with groups, we start off with gratitude. We're going around the room. What were you most grateful for specifically this past week? And we go around the room and share it with each other, talk about our gratitude, and then that ties into our victories. What were your big wins this week? And it could be small wins. You go through a list and list as many as you want. There's only 4 of us. So we dive into, all right, what were the victories that you had this week in this family or in your life? It could be personal, professional victories. Just list them, just throw them out there. Give yourself some fucking credit. What victories do you have? Think about that. We're starting with gratitude, then victories. That's setting the tone. And that's how we also start every day. That's how our daily debrief starts every day. Setting the tone with gratitude and victories is the way to start your day. It's a way to start a meeting. It's a way to start everything you do in your fucking life so you're on the right trajectory and you're going to get something out of it. It's very intentional. The meetings are meant to make you better, to have a better relationship. And so that's gratitude, then victories. Then we review and reflect on our yearly goals, our yearly themes. We'll kind of tap into that stuff. There might be some opening conversations or comments or something that we need to discuss that's just on the top of someone's mind, and we'll dive into that. And that sometimes might take 15, 20, 30 minutes. But it's deep, engaging conversation where everyone's involved. Sometimes it might be heated conversation, or sometimes it's maybe giving some direct feedback. We're giving feedback to each other, getting feedback from your kids, letting your kids give you feedback, asking them for feedback, soliciting the feedback, making it okay and safe for them to give you feedback and let you know when you're bullshitting or half-assing or not being a man of your word. So it's reviewing and reflecting the previous week. Then we're going into lessons. What were your lessons you learned last week? Then what struggles did you have this week and who can you help? What help do you need? What were you dealing with? What was the pressure you had, the struggles you had? What didn't work this last week? Again, then what feedback do you have for anyone this week? Or what we'd go around the room and just give each other feedback. Raw, straightforward, not getting all butthurt about it. Feedback that you need to have as a freaking father and that your kids need from their father and from their parents. So it goes into the lessons from the week, the struggles from the week, the feedback that's needed, and that takes usually the first half of the meeting. Then it goes into, all right, that was the review, reflecting, and revisiting the previous week. Now let's go into, all right, the preview, the planning, and then preparing for the upcoming week. And we'll start off the bat with, all right, what are your top priorities, your top 3 or 4 priorities this week, and what are some moves you're going to make for each of those priorities? What are your top goals for this week, and what are the next 5 moves you're going to make for each one of those goals? And how do they tie in to your longer picture yearly goals that we talked about? And is it in alignment with your yearly theme about who you said you're going to be, the character you said you're going to show up with for this whole fucking year? Does it all tie together? And explain how does that all fit into the big picture? And so we'll each go around the room, our top 3 or 4 priorities of the week. What are the moves we're going to make in each of those priorities or goals? And then we're diving into the schedule and we're confirming, are these meetings good? These one-on-one meetings, are these meetings with the kids good? Is the date night good? Is the one-on-one business meeting good? Are all these things good? Is there any travel? Is there any events coming up? What about our podcast recordings? Are we good for podcast recordings? Like we record here on Tuesdays. We batch process and bang out 3 episodes here today. Are we good for that on Tuesday? Is our one-on-one business meeting with the Russian good on Tuesday morning? We do a podcast with the kids. We're like checking the schedule and seeing if there are any events. Is there any travel? Is there any reason anyone have a doctor appointment that we have to rearrange? All right, if we can't record the podcast here, like last week, actually, I think we recorded on Thursday because something was on Tuesday. I don't remember what it was. It didn't fit. So on that Sunday meeting, we said, you know what? We can't record on Tuesday. Let's move it to Thursday. We recorded, banged out our 3 episodes on Thursday. And all right, our gym schedule. Huge part of our planning is the gym schedule. Everything is revolving around the gym schedule as a family, and it should for you too. You need to be taking care of yourself. You need to be strong, healthy, have strength, endurance, energy, aliveness. Like you need to make that a priority. The gym, the fitness as a family needs to be a priority. So we'll say, all right, what days are we going to the gym? What days are we working out at home? What's the routine for the week? Who's going with who to the gym? Who's working out with who? What days are we all working out together? What days are we maybe working out in pairs? Who wants to work out alone this week? Sometimes we want to work out alone. Sometimes Tyson wants to get a lifting session where he's just alone, listening to his own music and just getting in the zone. Sometimes you need those workouts where you just could put the headphones on and blast on your music or listen to an audiobook and just zone out, get into that fucking zone by yourself once in a while. Sometimes we work out all together. Sometimes just me and just Tyson. Whatever it is, at home, at the gym, we plan all that in the meetings. It's part of the meeting is setting the schedules. And this gives the rhythm for the freaking week. And we also think about, all right, what possible challenges or potential struggles might we have this week? Where could there be some problems this week that we could look ahead and plan for these things? Have a contingency plan. If this happens, we're going to do this. If this gets screwed up here, I'll work out here instead of here. If I can't do this, if this goes long because I have this appointment and it takes too long for traffic, or I'm going to speak at this event and I don't get back in time, or whatever it is, then we're going to have to move the workout from here to here, or we're going to have to move this meeting or this event, or I'm going to be here at this thing speaking at this event and we won't have our date night on Thursday, so we're going to do it on Friday, or we're going to do it on Tuesday, whatever it is. Readjusting that. And this all happens in a family meeting. Imagine the freedom and the weight that's off your shoulders going into waking up Monday morning knowing that you have not only prepared for work, because you're also going to do this type of reflection alone before the family meeting, where you're preparing for the family meeting, but you're also preparing for your own personal week, your own professional week and personal week. And then you're sharing the information that's needed in the family meeting. So I'm doing this for an hour by myself on Sunday morning, my own planning and self-reflection and deep work, planning my entire week out, and then we're going into the family meeting. So now my personal side is set up, my professional side is set up, the family side is set up. It is freedom. It's fucking empowering. It's a weight lifted off your shoulders as a man. It's a lot less to think about. Now, it's never going to work out perfect, but it's going to give you a game plan and a strategy to fucking attack the week so you can operate to dominate as a man in your mindset, your family, your fitness, your business. That's what this is all about. That's why you need these meetings by yourself, and you need these family freaking meetings. And we dive into, then we kind of finish off with, all right, what are some things out on the horizon, some things coming up in the next couple of weeks or months that we need to keep on our radar and start planning for and preparing for? What family trips do we have? What big events do we have? When's the next time we have Operation Blackside here coming up in 2 weeks? So we need to start thinking of that ahead of time, how we're going to need to adjust the schedule. And then we're just having fun. We're talking shit. We're sharing stories about our experiences from the week, talking shit to each other and trying to make it as fun as possible. Sometimes it gets heated. Sometimes there's heated, strong, deep, strong debates and conversations and discussions and hard, harsh feedback that's needed. But the purpose of this meeting, the purpose of any feedback, the purpose of this whole entire dynamic is to get everyone better, to make everyone better, to move everyone forward, to make the relationships grow stronger and stronger, deeper bonds as a freaking family. And that's the same reason why you're doing it on the business, to get stronger and better and have more profits and be more profitable relationships in your family, as just you would want profits in your business. So think about this, not just meetings. Where else in business can you think of things that are working that you probably can translate and help you be more successful in your personal life or your family life or home life? Meetings is just one way. So I am challenging you to start a family meeting. I've given you a basic framework. You could probably add some other sections in there, other things that might work for you, eliminate the things that don't work for you, but start it off with the gratitude and victories, and you can't go wrong after that. And go in with the intention of making everyone better and building relationships, getting to know each other even better, and building an even better relationship so you can be an even better husband, even better father, and even better motherfucking man. And it happens, a huge amount of this growth and development happens in these different types of family meetings, especially the family meeting, but all the meetings throughout the week that we talked about have those different dynamics with all the different individual members of your family in all these different types of groups and settings, and it will change the game when it comes to your fulfillment as a man and your purpose as a man, you start realizing what your purpose is. That is your purpose right there. It's not just this work. Yeah, our work is part of our purpose. But the real purpose is why we're doing everything we're doing is for this. So let's get more structured, more organized, and more fucking intentional about our home life, about our family life. And it starts with those family meetings. Try them out. I want to hear about your family meetings. How'd they go? How did your family react to them? They probably think it's kind of fucking weird in the beginning, but I want to hear, how did those family meetings go? What did you all come up with? What were some of the breakthroughs you had? What did you learn about each other in your first family meeting? What was the dynamics like in all these different types of family meetings? Put the comments down below. Tell me about it. How did it work out for you? I want to hear about it. If you need any help implementing this is the exact kind of stuff we use and we work on a regular basis, actually implementing this in the Freak Father Alliance, the men's mentorship program, where we're helping you have mastery in your mindset, your muscles, your money, your mission, and your meaning in the men's mentorship program. So send me a message about that if you want more information about the Freak Father Alliance men's mentorship group coaching program, where we can help you literally craft these meetings and then follow up with it and hold you accountable for running them on a regular basis. They need to happen regularly. This is like the rhythm, the beats of the week as a family. Put the comments down below. Let me know how it worked out for you. And of course, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this video with all of your friends, your family members, your coworkers that need to hear this type of message and definitely need to start implementing family meetings themselves. Let me know how it goes. Put the comments down below. I will see you next time on the Steve Eckert Show podcast. And in case no one told you yet today, you are fucking awesome. No excuses.